Hi guys, this is Wave 618. So it's the 12th of March 2018, it's currently 8 PM GMT, and we're just looking at Bitcoin on the 4-hourly chart. Okay, so if this is the first time you've seen my videos, if you're new to the channel, so first of all, this is what I'm expecting: a big WXY Elliott wave pattern to form here. What I've been saying is that we're currently on the way to X, and it's on its way to X in again another WXY fashion, with W being here, X having finished here, and then Y is going to be where X is. So that's how I expect it to play out. I explained that this X wave was an expanded flat which could be seen on the daily time frame, and yeah, since then price hasn't really moved that convincingly, to be honest. There's a lot of volume here suggesting a possible change in trend, but we need more confirmation before we see that change in trend, because it's not shown any confirmation as of yet. So I will dwell on that in this video, but first of all, just explaining the lines on the chart. This is our major downward trend line that you can see that price has closely been following, and I think all technical analysis traders are looking at this line right now. So price has been respecting this line in that it found resistance here, and then it's just been going above and below it repeatedly. But yeah, we're going to have to see whether this line holds and price moves up, which I'm hoping it will do, but yeah, it's not shown an impulsive wave up really as of yet, so we'll have to wait and see. But I will zoom in on this in a moment, just explaining all the lines. So this line is the line for the neckline of the inverse head and shoulders. The inverse head and shoulders looking like this: left shoulder, right, left shoulder, left neckline, and then head, right shoulder finishing here, and then breaking out. And this is your neckline here. So once price breaks that, I expect it to go up a lot more sharply. Supporting this inverse head and shoulders pattern, you've got good volume on the left shoulder, good volume on the right shoulder, with the most amount of volume on the head, which is typical for an inverse head and shoulders pattern, or a head and shoulders pattern also. Yeah, so that's the line, the neckline that we're aiming for to break out above that. And then we've got these parallel lines here that I explained in my last video. So Bitcoin had been channeling up until this $8,000 mark, and then it broke out in a parabolic fashion, shooting right up to $20,000. And basically these channels I was drew on during my last video, and basically it's connecting the highs, so this high and that high, and then I drew a parallel line connected to the lowest point in this channel, which was with this point here. And yeah, these parallel lines, they've shown some good resistance at this level, and then it looks like it's showing good support at this level. In fact, we can even rise it slightly because it's not quite touching that point, and now you can see it touches there perfectly. So whether that's coincidence or whether it's a significant line offering support there, we'll have to see. But yeah, I thought it's another interesting line which could show some good support there. Okay, so as I mentioned, okay, let's go on the hourly chart. So just going back to my last video, I mentioned that this was the X wave and that it was in a corrective pattern made up of an A, B, C expanded flat. I explained how that was better seen on the daily chart. When you ignore the wicks, you can see the expanded flat nature of it a lot better. And I broke the wave count down completely in my last video, so check out my last video if you want to see the wave breakdown of this, which is my video on Bitcoin for 10th of March 2018. So this was made of 3 waves, this is made of 3 waves, and this is made of 5 waves. So that's what you get in an expanded flat, or any flat corrective pattern. You get a 3-3-5 wave formation. Okay, so we'll just take that off. Now, if this was the completion of the correction, I was expecting an impulsive wave up. So far we've not really seen that so far. The only way I can justify this wave count is either we're going to see a diagonal in that we're going to see price going like this to make another leg up to here, and that might make a wave 1. So you'd have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to make a wave 1. You get a wave 2 retracement, and then you get a sharp wave 3 going up, 4 and 5. So that's one possibility. So just to label that, so I'm suggesting a possible 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern to suggest a diagonal. But to be honest, it's not my preferred count. I'm thinking what it may be is it could be a 1, 2, 1, 2. So what I mean by that is this is wave 1, this is wave 2, and this is the 1 and 2 of wave 3. Yeah. So what I'm saying is wave 1, 2, 3 will come up to here, 4, 5, etc. But basically what I'm saying is this is the 1, 2 of the wave 3. Yeah. So then we'll get on a shorter time frame, you'll get a one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So that is a possibility as well, because the reason I say that, this is quite a sharp move down, which looks like it could be a wave 2, because wave 2s are typically come down quite quickly. So that's supporting a bullish move, this count, obviously. The alternative is that it could be all very corrective and price is going to come down further, and ruling out this wave count that I've come up with. So suppose this can be interpreted as looking corrective also. So if this is the impulsive leg down, this could be a minor correction before it comes down further. If that's the case, the correction would have finished because it's done an A, B, C pattern, and of the preceding wave, it's finished. It's between the 38.2 and 50%, so it didn't actually reach the 50%. But yeah, it could all be a corrective wave. Very hard to say at the moment. I mean, volume has been falling, which you do see in a corrective pattern. So that's a possibility. It's something we have to be aware of. But as I say, there was a lot of volume that came in at this level. This correction pattern can't really come down any further, otherwise it'll be invalidated. So we will really just have to see what happens. This diagonal line, this is the line that was connecting all the highs, and you can see that, sorry, let me just confirm that line on the 4 hourly. It's this line I'm referring to right here. Yeah, so if we just go back on the hourly, you can see that price has hit the line, and then it's gone through, again gone through, and now it's getting a little bit tighter to the line, and it's going to have to make a decision very soon whether it's going to go up or down, because it can't keep hovering around this line and going and making a new low, because that will invalidate this expanded flat pattern. Now there was an interesting move up on the daily chart. If we look at the daily chart now, so yesterday was a rather interesting day. Sunday is always a very important day. Reason being is you've got the daily close, but it's also the weekly close. So it was nice to see this green candle here. This was Sunday, this was yesterday's daily close, and it finished above this line. Yeah, the closing price is very important, and this would have coincided with the weekly close. So yesterday's close would have been the weekly close, and it finished above that line, which is a positive sign. It's a bullish signal. further supporting that this is a turnaround point right here. Now, yeah, we obviously need to see price moving up soon, otherwise, you know, we have to question whether this move is going to hold. But still confident. Until a move completely breaks down, you should have faith in it. Obviously, you don't have to go in with all your position, you know, right from the start of the position. You wait for the position to confirm itself. Yeah, so far we need further confirmation. We need to see an impulsive leg up. So we're still waiting on that. But yeah, I mean, this is the psychology of trading. You saw a very impulsive wave down here, but the thing is, in an A, B, C, the C leg is impulsive, so it does psych a lot of people out. It came out with a lot of negative media, and you've got to ask yourself why all that media comes out at once. And the way I've always looked at it is the media is used as a tool for the smart money to psych other people out of the market. If you think about it, imagine you're a bank and you want to put a $100 million long position in Bitcoin. If you just put it on straight away, as you put it on, you know, small amounts of that position, it's going to mark the price up, and so they're going to be buying in at higher levels. On top of that, it's very hard for them to find sufficient sellers for them to fill their orders at a certain price level. Yeah, so what they have to do, they have to create selling, and the only way to create selling is to create this dramatic price being marked down in this C leg of the flat pattern, and release media. So that's how they control the psychology of the market, with media, and also with these corrective patterns, which very often look impulsive during the final leg, the C leg. But you've got to hold strong and wait to see if the pattern holds or not. Yeah, because at the moment it's still valid, so it's still a valid call to say that price will go up, but we'll have to see what happens. For those people who have a different count and say that there's a lot of people who are bullish from here, and they're expecting price to go way beyond this point here. They're expecting price to go up way past $20,000. Now for them, let's just go on the 4 hourly. Okay, so if they are bullish, they're looking at a wave count like this. So wave 1 up to here, then an A, in fact, goes up to here, then an A, B, C, 3 here, 4 here, and 5 onwards up. And then obviously if wave 4 crosses with wave 1, it invalidates the move, and you can see the wicks did cross. But as I say, it's the closing price which is significant, and the closing, you can see the bodies of the candles never actually overlapped. This was the end of wave 1, this is the high of the candle close here, and if you look at the dotted line going across, it didn't overlap with wave 4, so the bullish count would still be valid at this point. So yeah, that's quite reasonable for the bulls still. People who do have that wave count, their count is still valid. However, this has to hold. If price comes down any lower, it's over, and it's looking extremely bearish if it does come down any further than this. So we'll have to see how things turn out, but there is volume coming in, and the only way I can see it really happening now, if this is a 1 2 1 2, and even as you can see right now, price is still coming down in this wave 2 pattern, and we'll have to see if it holds. It's come down pretty sharp there. Let's see, it should be approaching the 76.4 retracement very soon, so that'll be here. Sorry, 78.6 retracement. And so yeah, let's see if it holds at this level. But yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see what happens, guys. There's lots of different Elliott wave interpretations. As I say, my primary count was seeing it go up, but we need to see that happen pretty soon. But yeah, I'll have to keep you guys updated with regards to what happens with price action. As you can see, price is moving down here. This could have just been a correction, and it's going to make a further wave down, in which case this whole move will have been invalidated as per my previous count. But yeah, it's we're just gonna have to wait and see how it plays out. Alright guys, I'll leave it at that. Yeah, well, I'm sure it looks like we're gonna have some more information pretty soon. Unfortunately, I won't be able to keep updating, but yeah, hopefully I'll get another daily update in for you tomorrow. I will try and get some tutorials in at some point, just to give some Elliott wave breakdown. I've had a lot of nice positive comments about my Elliott wave breakdown, so I will try and do some tutorials on that, dedicated purely to Elliott wave rather than talking about price prediction in the market. Because I know a lot of you are keen to learn about technical analysis rather than just being given price predictions in itself. So I'll try and help you guys out from that point of view. Alright, so I'm going to leave it at that for today, guys. Yeah, but if you're enjoying the content, please like, subscribe and share. And yeah, let's see how this Bitcoin move plays out. It's coming to, again, a very crucial stage. Markets are still very indecisive. But we're going to find out very shortly which way Bitcoin is going. Alright guys, I'll leave it at that. Take care.